Hello everybody. In this video, I want to show you how to do your guided practice assignment. The idea will be to go to the process about to execute the tools, see the different elements of Python, and I will show you how to save it and how to put the different snippets and then upload it to as an assignment. This is called guided because I will be doing the notebook for you guys, and you just need to follow up whatever I'm doing. But there is also another assignment called independent practice that will be created on your own, and it will ask pretty much everybody to do it the way that pretty much we did the guided assignment. So there's actually going to be two different assignments to be created for this week: the guided one and the independent one, and both need to be submitted. So the way to understand those and see those, I hope that you're already seeing um, your Blackboard shell at the moment, and we're going to start working when you have the first week out there, and you will see different elements on the bottom. Now, I hope that you already went through the start here already and go to all the information that I require. But when you finish that, you already went to the reading, you already did the discussion, you already did the quiz and everything, and now you will follow the guided practice. So let me show you what to do. So when you open the guided practice, and you right click there, it will tell you by when in the assignment, how many attempts do you have available, um, and telling you that there's no more attempts after the date. So you need to be in instructions to actually understand what needs to be done. Instead, it said you need to watch this video, so and then upload the file at the end. Now, the video that it says right there is the one that I'm recording at the moment. So this video, you will be landing that right there. And for preparation, you need to now download the file for the practice video. And you, in most of the week, we have something like this. I think more of them. So you can actually just need to download it after I execute it. Now, for now, the way or the things that we're going to be executing, we want to use Google Drive and Google Collaborate to Google Colab, it's also called like that, in order to execute those Python codes and then see it. That weird extension IPYMB is just a Jupyter notebook that we can have different elements. So we can have text and we can have code snippets, and then those code snippets have a specific sequence. When you execute a previous code snippet, that will save the state for the next code snippet, so you can follow up and have an explanation in different elements. So a Jupyter notebook is a really good way to understand or explain different concepts specifically for Python. So the idea will be to execute those snippets through here. And if you want to install Python on your computer and go to the full Jupyter Notebook installation, you're welcome to. Just not part of the moment of the course, so I will skip that section, but you're welcome to do that. But if not, I will show you a really cool way to do it if you have your actually Google Drive account. It's going to be really, really simple to execute and to implement. So the idea here is you need to download the file, and after download the file, follow up the instruction, and then upload it. Now, most of the concepts that we're going to see right now, we just to barely grasp it and probably will feel a little broad. I know that your Google certification will give you more details, specifically the second week, about all the concepts that we're going to see right now. The idea at the moment is just to open it, the file. So let's download the file. When I download it, you will see that it's actually in my download folders. Um, what I need to do now is go into your Google Drive. If you have a Google account, you're already done. If not, you can register your email the way that you can see at the moment. I have my email already registered, my STC email, and you can actually do that your personal email. You have something different for Google. If not, you need to upload it there. So the first thing that I need to do, I think is the best way to do it for myself, is just to have a folder. So let me just create a folder for with the name of the class, say TP 3304. And after I have the folder I created, I will just go inside the folder and upload the file that I just downloaded from Blackboard. Now, usually that will be in your download folder, as you can see at the moment. So I will select it and I will just put upload it, start, and we can able to see it right there. Now, Now that the file is actually there, we just need to open it here. It says no preview available, and that's fine because Google Drive doesn't know how to open this particular type of file. The cool thing here is we can actually connect another application, and the application will give it access to what to do with the file. So when you open other apps and see your marketplace, you need to look for Collaboratory. So you just put cold right there, and you see on the top, and it will be that Google Collaboratory, and it was that CEO at the moment that recorded this video. It says that it works with Google Drive for the collaboratory team. And we can see this price is free, and it has like 89 million downloads at the moment. So just to be careful what to download, what to connect, this is the one that we need. So we just click install. It says that it need permission. Yes, we provide those permissions, and it just require our name and our email, and that's it. So we say, yeah, this is us. It will pretty much like create or collab account or just type it. So after we do that, we see that Google Collaboratory is a connected app that we can just execute and open right away from our Google Drive. This is the collab area. That's what I mentioned before. You can see the different titles. The the URL is collab search google.com. So be careful. And in my case, I think some release note because it's been updated lately. So you can read those. You're welcome to. You can close it, and that should be it. So those are the different elements. As I was mentioned before, you can see the different text. We have different explanations. If, of course, you click it, you can change the text. Don't do that. But then you see a little code snippet where you have a little play button to the left. If you see that little play button to the left, that means that you can execute the code that is right here. So let me just execute it. As right now, I'm just executing a simple comment. It doesn't have any type of output. You say that it executed one time, and it has 0 seconds of execution. It didn't take that longer. And it's pretty much telling me that, yeah, it is work because I have a comment. Comments in Python, and for inline comments, it start with a pound at the beginning. So just telling me that is there. So what we need to do is just execute all those at the end, printed as PDF, so we can upload it. So let's go through the process of follow up the different elements that we have right here. So, and every line will be telling us what we need to do. We just need to pretty much execute the different areas that is letting us what to do. So creating a string, we need to define a string S and give it the content of welcome to the Python machine learning, right? So I will just do as simple as S equal, and then with the different text, it will be welcome to Python machine learning. So variable definitions are really simple in Python. It's as simple as the name of the variable and one with the equal sign. And then in order to make it available for the next snippet, we need to execute this. So after without that little check mark, green, that it worked perfectly, that means that we did everything the way they're supposed to. So we are able to proceed. Now we need to print the content of the variable, and the command to do it will be print. So print is the function and requires a parameter. The parameter is the content that need to be printed. So here we're just telling print the content of the variable S, and that parameter need to be inside the quotes, or inside the parentheses. So you type print S, and you can see a couple of things. You can see the autocomplete about helping us through the process, and you can see that we have a lot of things we can select, but we'll be focused with the S because that's what we actually need. But also give us the function definitions and what actually can accept and what can, and what it does is print the values to a stream or std out by default. You will see those details on your course on Google, but right now we'll tell you the stream or the standard out. It will be our screen or notebook at the moment. So if I execute this, because I already executed the assignment of S, I can just see the output at the bottom. It says, welcome to Python Machine Learning. It's as simple as that. The second thing is performing an addition operation. And that will be something really simple to do. And we know that 300 plus 200, it will be equal 500. So we can print the result right there. And you can do so print 300 plus 200. And if we execute this, we can see that the arithmetic operation got executed before actually printing the result. And you can see the difference between integers here that doesn't have nor between quotes and a text that is actually should be between quotes. The plus, but the plus sign, what it does is an arithmetic operation in integers here. So it combines the 300 by 200 and it does 500 by default. So let's do the variable year and assign the value 2025. Well, let's actually do 2026 at the moment or whatever year you are looking this video. But we can just do that, and then it's telling us to use the print to print the variable year. So we can do as simple as year equal 2026, and then what we need to do is just print year. And you see they are completely working, and we can see there, we just print it, it will be right there where we need it. So let's do define a function to create a person. So we're going to jump now to function definition. Right now, we'll be creating system functions or Python predefined function. Now let's execute our own function itself. And to do that is we need to use the keyword definition, where we define a specific number. And here we're telling us we need to call hello person, and we need to send in the f name as a parameter. F name will be the first name in this person that we're sending. And then inside the function, we need to print hello and the name. So we just type def as definition, the name of the function, and then we open parameters and the name of the variable that will be sending or hold trade that. And that will tell it Python now, you know what? This is a custom function. It's called hello person and you use f name as a parameter inside. Now, in order to say now what we need to do, we need to put the columns at the end and we click enter after dot columns in order to define what this function need to create or need to execute at the moment. As you can see, my cursor is not actually to the left, it's a little bit indented. So in the previous one, you see this right to the left, right here we can see this a little bit dented, and this is really, really important because function concept, everything that is inside the function should be indented. Python have a few rules out there. It's really simple to read, really simple to do. But one of those strict rules is that everything that belongs to the parent, it need to be indented, and we need to match that indentation. You should not have the indentation like two spaces and three spaces and two spaces back because it will not work. So the indentation should be the same across the board. So we need to be careful with that. So at the moment, what we need to be doing here is just need to do print hello function. Now, for printed and print a different element, we can do several ways. We can do a variables and a construct, or we can just print it directly. So let me just print it directly with a hello space, and then I will do plus f name, where is actually the variable or the parameter that we'll be sending. So here the plus character have a different meaning that we used before. Here the plus character works as a concatenation for the two different strings that I'm having here. One string is predefined or hard-coded, that is the hello space, and the second string is the parameters I've been sending. That way we can just do hello space number, name, sorry, and it will do that concatenation. That same plus in the previous example, it do an arithmetic function. And what is the difference? That it concatenated integers, and that went to arithmetic. So in this case, we'll go to concatenation in the string. So we need to define it. We execute it first to have the definition ready, so we can just call it. And the way to call it is just call the name, and we just put Bob, for example, as the message. So hello person, we need to send Bob as a string, and because it's a string, we need to put it in quotes. And if we execute, it will print hello Bob right there. Pretty neat, right? So we can actually have a little more understanding or what a function is and how the function actually works. he printing the hello and how the hello Bob went through there. So the next thing, what it's actually telling us to do, we need to create a function definition called hello full name. It accepts two parameters, first name and last name as f name and l name. And then we need to print the value of both and say what big greeting called hello at the beginning. So for example, the function call, we need to call it too. So if we say call it with Nick Hino, at the moment it should print hello Nick Hino. So you can put your name there or whatever name do you want, and that's the one should be actually printing through the file at the moment. So let me just define that the way it's supposed to be. Let's do a simple enter, and let's do definition. And of course, definition doesn't have the column there, it's at the end. Let's call this hello underscore full name. And I said f name as parameter, comma, l name. Usually, when you have multiple parameters to be sent, those are sent through a comma. We need to do the semicolon at the end, and we just click enter to enter the indentation and do what we need to do. So we need to print at the moment, and we need to concatenate some text. So hello is a hard-coded text. Let's do a space here, and let's do the first name plus last name plus and hard-coded the exclamation point. So then we need to call it. To call it, we need to click enter and remove the indentation because now I'm outside the function. It is important to be outside the indentation. That's why I deleted that one. So we just call that one and let's put here my name, Rodolfo, space, comma, Roman. Before we actually call it, let's say that we have the parameters separated by comma, so we are sending those through a comma, and those are in quotes because I'm actually sending strings. So if I print this, I will say hello, Rodolfo Roman. And now we have a bug in our code. We said my first name and last name is actually all together, and that's fine. We just need to fix it. So the way to fix it, we just need to concatenate between those a specific space. That way, first name and last name will have a space in the middle. If I execute that one more time, I can see now I fixed the error of my code. That will be the same if you have an error somewhere, just go back and re-execute it when you correct it, and that should be working the way it's supposed to. Now, let's see what the next part. Some pretty cool is that we have lists. We can handle lists in Python. And those lists are usually called arrays in other languages, but Python will call actually lists. And the way to do a list is assigning the square bracket. So let's just start defining the cities variable, and let's add three different elements to one. So we do square brackets, and then because there are three strings, we put those each one of those between quotes. So let's do McAllen, Westlaco, and FAR at the moment. And then we can just print cities, and we'll see the three of them will be printing right there the way that we need to. Now, we can get one specific element because the arrays are keeping an index about what it is. So usually it's a zero index list. That means that McAllen is 0, Westlaco 1, and FAR 2. That means if we print series 1, it should print Westlaco. You print the second element because the first one is a 0. But the cool thing is we can do a cycle too. So if we print series minus 1, it will print FAR because McAllen is the 0, 1, so it's going one level back, and it will pretty much like going in circle across the list and print the last element. That allows the Westlaco will be -2, McAllen will be -3 at this moment. So let's actually print those two the way that is asking us the notebook to do. And we just execute print series 1. And then we can do print series -1. Of course, the index should be inside the square bracket. And you can see Westlaco and FAR is printing all together because it is the level execution that we asked. So the sequential is working there. Now we can modify one element of the array with the equal sign. And here we are looking a way to modify the first index Well, the index number one actually will be the second index, and we change from Guadlaco to Hidalgo. And will be really simple to execute. And the idea was to do is our city one will be equal to Hidalgo. That will override only the content of city number one or city with index one. And when we print the cities, we can see that Hueslaco is not there anymore. And now we can see Hidalgo. And that's the way that you need to follow up these guide practices. So one important thing to see here is that every one of those are being saved and being executed. You have that little green check mark. So let me teach you how to submit this particular one. So you need to have all of them executed. You need to see everything as a green check mark at the moment. And let me tell you what you can do about those to be submitted to the class. So just verify first, everything is there. I can see mine it is. And because mine it is, I can just do as simple as file, print document. Now don't select for your printer, you can select your PDF, save PDF. Most of the browser has that. If you don't have that, you can just print it to your printer and scan it. That will be fine too. But for now, you can see that everything's there, every comment is there, every snippet is fully complete, and I can see even the executions at the bottom. That's what I need to see in order to grade your assignment. So save that as PDF. I will save it in my download folder for now. Keep the name as it is, and just click save at the moment. So after I have that, the other things that I need to do is I need to get back to my Blackboard and trying to open it. Let me see, it's right here. Okay. And the only thing that I need to do is I can add a submission text like it worked, I like it, or even ask question like I have a question about, I don't know, concatenation, right? And you display your question here or something like that. I don't know. Whatever message you want to send me through the assignment, about the assignment, you can put it there. And then you upload the file. You need to select the PDF. And after it got uploaded, you can just click it just to verify that it's rendered correctly. And if it's rendered correctly, then everything is showed the way it's supposed to. You just need to click in submit in order to make it work and have it ready um, for your assignment. And after that, I will try to get back to you as soon as possible and to correct that. So this will be the pretty much the way for every notebook that will be downloaded through this summer semester and uploaded to our server or Blackboard assignment. That way we'll be able to just to proceed and do the grading. Please do this guided practice and also do it for the independent one, and I will grade both. So I hope that you like it. Any question, any doubt, please don't hesitate to reach me. Happy coding, everybody.